we'll be talking to Mrs. Annapurna Shukla, an eminent personality in theatre. And she has been given the Lifetime Achievement Award in the previous year by Udgam Trust. And so we'll be asking a few questions and learning from her, gaining some insights. So ma'am, welcome.
Hello.
And last year when you were presented this Lifetime Achievement Award, what were your feelings at that moment? What did you?
It was a moment of ecstasy, especially I believe that an award is always a wonderful feather to your cap. It does give you happiness, but it doesn't stop you from working ahead. On the contrary, it helps you in working better, working more hard, and struggling and striving more.
So that's very interesting that when you said working hard, I mean, what really motivates you and even motivated you when you were young to go ahead in life and face all the hurdles?
Maybe the problems that I faced in my life. I came when I was a young girl. My father was a wealthy person, and I was brought up just in arms, as a princess. But then when I grew more by age and by wisdom, I realized that people in our life, when you see them, when you meet them, there are many, many other problems. And I faced so many people who were like me, but yet they couldn't come out with their problems. They couldn't be relieved. They didn't have the solutions to their problems. And seeing them and thinking and brooding over the problems, I think I should work more hard. I should realize the situations, and I should be with them, amongst them, like them, and only then and then I can feel the pain. Because the saying as it goes, only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. So unless and until you get within them, you don't realize. And the worst was when I broke my femur. And when I was plated, still I have the iron, so I'm called as the Iron Lady, because I have an iron rod in me. But then I realized what agony you have within you when you are a physically challenged person. I mean, how you have to face life, especially in all aspects, not only social, but even for your survival, you have to work hard. And that is very difficult for a person. If he gets dejected, then it becomes very difficult for him. You have to keep them pushing. You have to just bring them up, and you have to hold their hands, hold them by your hands, and then bring them up coolly. That would help them. Without their knowledge, I think so. This is how I started.
So basically, you're saying we should go in there, get our hands dirty, and experience it one-on-one.
See, one thing, I cannot say how tasty the cake is unless and until I taste it. It's like that. I have to be amongst them. I have to feel the pain. Unless and until I don't feel the pain of theirs, I don't, of course, it's not that if their limb or the arm or anything of that is injured, I don't have to say that even I have to enjoy myself. I don't say that. But I have to be with them. I have to feel the pain. I have to try to understand what situation they are in. And unless and until, because by talking, by discussing, it doesn't help. Every morning near my house, there's a temple, Vishweshwar Mahadev. And just beside the temple, there comes a man, I wouldn't say young man, but he has started this program of his since he was young. And today, I think so, since last 20 years, he is the routine person who goes and helps out the animals, especially the injured animals. Every morning you see him, he starts at 3 o'clock in the morning. He is quite well to do. He comes with the milk, he comes with the food, fodder, he comes with grass, everything. And whatever is required, he gives to the animals. He starts from 3 o'clock in the morning. And by the time he reaches here, it's almost 6:30. So every morning when I go to get the milk bags, I see him there feeding milk. So I have just casually asked him, Sir, ચોપડે નામ લખાવા માંડે છે. મને કે લખવું હોય તો લખશે આ ભગવાન. He says that way. He doesn't bother about anyone. So I feel that if a person, if he has a strong will, he has to start working. And unless you start walking and working, you can't do any good thing in life. You have to get up, you have to go towards the destination, you have to try to reach them. And unless and until you reach them, you cannot achieve or anything. No, it's only in words. It's only in sayings when we talk about. But we have to work. We have to get into. And that is what people like, the dearest friend of mine, I would say, he does it. And you know him, of course, very well. He's the person who pulled me rather out of my routine courses and made me realize what is what. And after getting the award, I think so now it's a must for me. I have to.
So ma'am, you really touched a chord with the animal part, being an animal lover.
Yes,
and
yes.
So what message do you have for all the young people? India is really a population which is young right now, energetic. We have so much energy. How do you suggest that all of us channelize it into some sort of positivity?
I think so. People like one of my students, Abhijat, and all of them, they are concerned with the youth programs. But the programs, if you have them in your cities or in your towns or in your villages, unless and until you make them positively into practice, they don't come up. They are not fruitful. So I always say that today's generation, today's youth, they have the will. But I think so many a time that happens that they don't know where to do and what to do. So it's a message to them that please, whenever you feel like an institution who wants to do something, even if you don't join those institutions, I think so you just take the essence, the zeal of it, and start working on your own. If I want to eradicate unemployment or uneducated people, if I want to bring them up, I must start working with my servants, their children. I have to make them sit in my family itself, then in my society, then in my village, then in my... Of course it goes and it broadens up. I think so we can do it if the will is very strong. કહેવાય છે કે સંકલ્પ છે પણ એને એકેમ પરિણમતો નથી કારણ કે એના ઉપર ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટેશન આપણે નથી કરતા. We don't work upon it. આપણે એમ કહીએ કે today I'll do it, but then after a few hours I feel lousy. I say no, I'll do it tomorrow. So that's why it's always said that if you feel like doing something good, do it now itself, even not today, later on, not tomorrow or not later. Start itself. If a good thought strikes you, start working on it. Immediately start upon. Start working on it and immediately start with that work. I think so that would help you.
And any special message for all those women or young girls aspiring, not just to get into, arts, the arts like you are in, any field of life, any special message to them, anything to encourage them?
Yes, better. Definitely I would like to talk to them. Any art concerned, any art, it may be painting, it may be music, it may be dramatics, films, any art that God has given you, I feel that one should utilize for the betterment. It should not be only art for art's sake. No. Art for society. We are indebted to the society because we are a part of the society. We are ourselves, we make the society. And one has to think of the society because one doesn't live in jungle. One person, when staying in the society, in a village, in a town, in a big city, metro cities and all, one has to think of the neighbors, one has to think of other people and other society people, because if you don't, I think so you are a big miser who thinks only of one's own self and doesn't think about any other one. It's not that. One has to believe and one has to take care. Simultaneously, you have to live a better life, you have to make people live a better life.
And ma'am, all those, India, even though it's developing, there's some aspects where we're still orthodox when it comes to girls, women. I mean,
Yes.
and they become sort of, they fall back a little because of that. How can they bring themselves back? What is the real taste of going forward as a girl in this country, as a woman who's not financially well off?
But I think so, talking on this in today's times, it would be more touchy or it wouldn't be enough, because today women are really, we talk about women who are prime ministers, we talk about women who are big judges or doctors, any profession you take. They've gone beyond the earth level and they've reached the skies and they've reached the moon. I mean, I talk about women who are greater than men because women are the people who give birth to men. So I don't talk about equality. No, women have more strength because women can do much better than men. Women can do more. Men normally they go to earn the lively bread and they go into the society. But women, they can have good work done in their own houses, in their families, and even they can serve in the societies simultaneously because there they work, they do jobs, there they do business. So I think so women are far ahead, and I really say hail women because women can do much more than men, and they have the ability, they have the tactics, they know more tactics because recently in NSD's workshop I was told to speak upon Nari and Rangamanch. So I just said that we don't have to be equal because we cannot be equal. In strength wise, male are more. The rest of the thing in life, women are more. Women and men both together can make a wonderful world, a wonderful peaceful world and a healthy, wealthy world. So I only say to women, start from your families, start from your own self, and I think so you'll make wonders, you'll make something real great, wherein at the end of your life, when you grow old, even I'm aging old, and I'm aging old, but I want to be, apart from that, I want to be something, I want to, which should satisfy my own self. At the last moment, I would breathe, I would only think of myself, what I have done, and is it enough? This is the question which should be asked to my own self. So if I am satisfied, it's fine. And if not, then it would be a big disaster to what God has given me, a gift of life as a human being. And the only thing I would say that if I have to answer my own self at the end, I have to start working from my youth itself, from my young age, from the tender age, and have to be made understand. I have to understand and start working
Thanks
for a
lot,
better,
ma'am.
wonderful life.
This was.
I think so. All these things coming from a young man's mouth, I think so. We don't need to answer more because young youth is more concerned than the elderly people. Naini mandir jo, no, it's not that. Manav seva is Prabhu seva, we are taught. We have to work for the society. We can't live alone. We can't live aloof. That's only the thing I want to convey. Start working. Small little deed. A small little deed is bigger, much bigger than a big deed. That's what I feel. So start working from the base level, from the bottom level, and you'll really make it wonders. I've seen people in such a bad situation, but yet they struggle, they strive, they make
Back themselves up.
exactly, and they make their own space, and they want to do great. They think of us, though they need help. They think of us, while we people, all safe and sound in our beautiful, wonderful houses, we dare not think why. I think so. We ought to do. We ought to think of them, and we ought to start working. I think so. The best person I quote is Mother Teresa. And the only statement I read of hers was, be good and everything will be good. Start working good and the world will be wonderful. The world will be good. Amen.
I guess that wraps it up. Ma'am wrapped it up pretty well. Be good and everything will be good. And as youth, we need to dive in and just go right to do work. There's no point sitting and discussing about it. So thanks a lot, ma'am, again.
Thank you. God bless you. And may this world be a wonderful, wonderful place to live in for all of us, not only all human beings, for all animals, insects, all of us. Let us enjoy our lives and let us do something great for our own brothers and sisters. Even if we don't know them, let us work for them. Cross our fingers. God bless.